So if you're looking to start up an LLC in the state of Idaho, this video is for you. We'll be going through everything you need to know about setting up an Idaho LLC, as well as how you can set one up in under 10 minutes. So on the left is an overview of the 5 main steps when it comes to forming an LLC in Idaho. We'll be going through each of these in detail so you'll know exactly what to do. Idaho is actually a great state to form an LLC in for several reasons. First, Idaho has some of the lowest filing fees in the country at just $100, making it very affordable to get started. Second, Idaho offers favorable tax treatment with no franchise tax and a relatively low corporate income tax rate. And third, Idaho has streamlined filing requirements with minimal ongoing paperwork compared to many other states. So, step 1 is to name your LLC. There are some rules when it comes to naming your LLC in the state of Idaho. You must have a limited liability company, limited company, LLC, LC at the end of the name. Whatever name you choose cannot cause any confusion with a government agency, which makes a lot of sense, and the name must be distinctive and original. If you want to do a free name search, you can use the link down below and you'll be able to see whether or not the name that you want is going to be available. Now, if you do want to make this whole process a lot more simple, I would recommend using something like Northwest Registered Agent. This is an online platform that basically helps you set up your entire LLC for you at a very reasonable cost. I've personally used them to set up multiple business entities and they've been nothing but amazing. So, yeah, that link is going to be down below, and if you actually want to skip forward to the parts of this video where I take you step by step through their platform, then that timestamp is going to be right here. So, step number 2 is to find a registered agent. A registered agent is a person or a business that is going to help you receive and send significant legal documents to and from the government on your behalf. So, in case that you get sued or the state needs to contact you, they're going to contact you through your registered agent. So, who can be a registered agent? Well, they must be an individual living in Idaho, or they must be an entity who's allowed to conduct business in Idaho. They also must have a physical address in Idaho, and they must be on site and available to accept documents during regular business hours. If you do use Northwest Registered Agent, they'll actually provide this service to you as part of their package, which is definitely an added bonus. Okay, so step 3 is to actually file your LLC Certificate of Organization, which is also called the Articles of Organization in other states. This is going to include the LLC's name, the registered agent's name and address, purpose of LLC formation, data filing of the articles, management structures, so who are the actual managers of this company, and also a bunch of other really important information. Now, when it comes to the actual process of doing this, there are a couple of forms that you will need to know and fill out. In Idaho, you'll need to file the Certificate of Organization form. The filing fee for this form is $100 at the time of this video, and that is a mandatory fee. Most of you watching this video will probably be filling out this form. But if you do have a foreign LLC and you pretty much want to do business inside of Idaho, then that's a different form. That's going to be the application for registration of foreign limited liability company, and that filing fee is also $100. Now, to actually file an LLC Certificate of Organization in Idaho, there are a few different ways that you can do this. The first is you file online through Idaho Secretary of State's website. So if you want to learn more, the link is going to be right there as well as down in the description. You can also file it by mail, so you can find a copy of the form and more info on how you can fill it out at the same website. And this is the address that you'll be mailing the form to. Step number 4 is to get an LLC EIN. This is also known as your Federal Tax Identification Number. Think of it as a social security number for your business, and this is going to allow the IRS to identify and keep track of your business's tax status. You will need this number to open up a business bank account, file and manage your federal and state taxes, as well as hire employees. This is very easy. You'll simply fill out a form online, and we will link to that down below as well. Step 5 is to create an LLC operating agreement. This is not required in Idaho, but it's still good to have one if you have multiple owners for your LLC. This is going to help you structure the financial relationships of each owner, and it's really going to tell everyone what to expect from the company. It's also going to include information about ownership, members' rights and responsibilities, joining and leaving rules, as well as rules for dissolution. And then after you form your LLC, there are a few things that you will need to know, and we'll cover those really quickly right now. The first is that you definitely want to keep your business and personal assets separate. If you don't do this, then you're going to pierce the corporate veil, and when that happens, if people end up suing your company, they can go after your personal assets, which is definitely not what we want. So, to remedy this, you'll definitely want a business checking account, and you'll also want to get a business credit card and also hire an accountant. You may also need to get business insurance, but I'm not really going to go too far into that in this video as it's going to really depend on your business type, but just keep that in mind. You'll also probably want a business website, so be prepared to work on this, or you can hire somebody to make this for you. We'll leave some resources down below if you want to actually build this website yourself. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, if you don't want to deal with any of this yourself, I highly recommend Northwest Registered Agent. They make it super easy and save you a ton of time and a ton of hassle. So let me walk you through it. It only takes 3 to 5 minutes. So click on the exclusive discount link for Northwest below. Then on the website, click on the button to get started. You'll be asked what type of business you're starting and in what state. So we'll select LLC and the state you're starting your LLC in. Next, you'll be asked to name your company, the purpose of your business, and the business address. All you need to do now is type in the members of the LLC, give your contact information, and select if there's any additional things you'd like Northwest to take care of, like getting your EIN or setting up a trademark. Once you've done all that, all you need to do is submit payment and you're done. Northwest will literally take care of everything else for you. It saves you an insane amount of time, all that hassle, and it really only takes 3 to 5 minutes to fill everything in, which is exactly why I recommend it to literally everybody, because it makes starting your LLC a whole lot easier. Again, that exclusive link for Northwest Registered Agent is down below. Click it to get started in just a few minutes. Anyway, that's basically how you set up an LLC in the state of Idaho. All the resources that we mentioned in this video are going to be down below in the description. And yeah, I really hope this video was helpful. If you got some value out of it, make sure to share it with a friend and also like and subscribe for more content just like this. This whole channel is dedicated to giving you free guides, free tutorials, all aimed at helping you start up your business from scratch. Anyway, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.